Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 29 of the Southampton series for FM16. Okay, so today's going to be a end of season review plus the live comm against Watford, which is the second last game of the season. As you can see, we have another game in the FA Cup against Queen's Park Rangers, and that is of course the FA Cup final. So, we have the potential to win a trophy this season, something we haven't really seen so far in the series, really. And I'm absolutely pumped up for that game. Queen's Park Rangers, they're a championship side, and they're third at the moment, so they're not the best team in the championship at the moment, and they're not even in our division. So I think we're definitely favourites going into the final there. And yeah, like I said, really pumped. Really excited to get this episode and the next one out for you guys as soon as possible. Okay, so let's get into the league table first of all. We are in second position. Yes, that's right. We qualified for the Champions League automatically, securing a top 3 spot. Unfortunately, we can't win the league. City have already wrapped that up. They're on 80 points. We're on 74. And then we have Tottenham just behind us in third with 73 points. So we've got a point on Tottenham at the moment. Obviously, that Man City game in the last episode, that just goes to show how big that game actually was. Because, we could be 3 points behind City today. And it wouldn't really matter, because I think City would still obviously win the league. Because we'd have to get a win today and hope that they lost by about 10 goals, which wouldn't really happen, and I don't really see us beating Watford by about 10 goals ourselves. So yeah, but a very, very good season, the best season we've had so far on this series, and yeah, just all round, finally starting to work out, and we've got the Champions League to look forward to next season, which is going to be pretty amazing. In more ways than one, really. The finances and, of course, the opposition we're going to be versing, and it just makes the whole series a little bit more enjoyable. Not that it's not enjoyable at the moment. Okay, so we're getting to the fixtures now. There's quite a few to get through, of course. The previous game was the 3-2 loss to Man City. We followed that up with a nice little 3-1 victory over Everton here. Christian Tini with a brace and back here also on the score sheet. Absolutely dominated them. We then versed Carlisle in the replay of the FA Cup 4th round, beat them 4-1. David Silva, a Franson brace, and Atsangana on the score sheet quite late there. We then managed to scrape a 1-0 victory over West Brom. It was away from home, so a pretty decent result at that, with Scott Mitchell getting the only goal of the game. We then drew Palace in the 5th round of the FA Cup, beat them 3-1 at home. Nice little result. Atsangana opened the scoring, and then you got Scott Mitchell getting a brace for himself. And yeah, he's played very well this season. He's now the starting left winger. He's taken, is it Kostic? I think it's Kostic, is it not? How have I forgotten this? He hasn't played in a very long time. Yes, it is Philip Kostic. Okay. I almost forgot my own player's name there because he hasn't played in a very long time. Okay, so we then managed to beat West Ham 4-3. It was an absolutely thrilling game. It was pretty amazing, actually. If you look at the goal scorers, you got 5th minute Scott Mitchell, Quartes 14th, 2-1 down, Kachunga. We got one back through Franson there. We then went ahead 3-2 through Eza. They got another one back through Kachunga. And yeah, then you got Scott Mitchell getting the winner in the 59th minute, and there were no more goals after the hour mark. So pretty crazy, 7-goal thriller. Very impressed with our boys actually getting the win there, because yeah, there was quite a few times when I didn't think we were actually going to pull it off. We then managed to beat Tottenham 2-0, and at this stage they were first by I think 6 points. So they had a pretty decent lead, and they've choked quite a bit. As you can see by City retaining the EPL. We've got back here and David Silva on the score sheet for us in that game. And that was a very, very important game as well. We then drew Nottingham Forest in the 6th round of the FA Cup, beat them 4-2. Another very interesting game. David Silva Alex Eckhart getting a rare start. I think it was up. Oh no, he came off the bench and he went up front. Got a brace within 3 minutes, and yeah, then Lopez got another goal 2 minutes after that. So it was pretty awesome. We scored 3 goals in about 5 minutes. We then came crashing back down to earth. Leicester, having a fine season in real life, could potentially win the EPL. Yeah, they beat us 3-2. As you can see, we're actually 2-0 up through Christian Tini and Hurst. And, they basically just scored 3 goals from 4 shots on target. And, yeah, I was a very, very sad boy after that result. But we bounced back against Reading, a nice little 1-0 victory here. Christian Tini getting our goal there. And, yeah, we followed that up with another nice little victory at home. 2-1 victory over Hull. Mitchell and Emeterio. And that was actually a very late goal. Probably didn't deserve to win that game, looking at the stats there. We then managed to follow that up with another 2-1 victory, this time coming against Palace again, but away from home. Balic got 2 goals in 10 minutes, and then you have Wickham scoring quite late on in the 81st. We then had a massive game against Chelsea, who were in 3rd place, and we were in 4th place, I believe. Or we might have been in 3rd and they were in 4th. I can't remember too clearly because I was playing all this last night. But yeah, we beat them 3-1. What an amazing result. Back here, Christian Tini and Mitchell, the scorers for us, and one of our former players, Callum Chambers, getting a consolation goal in the 89th minute for them. We then lost 1-0 to United. Very disappointing game. This is one of those results where we shouldn't have lost, but we shouldn't have won either, so I can't be too mad. Mauro Icardi, he's an absolute beast of a player on FM, so yeah, he got their only goal, and I can't complain too much. I mean, if you look at how many games we actually won, a couple of losses in there, I mean, it's pretty fair to lose to a team like United. We then bounced back and beat Liverpool, however, and that was at Anfield as well, so Christian Tini getting the only goal there, and Emeterio picking up man of the match. A nice little victory there. We then beat our bogey team. I was so scared going into this game. Of course, it's the semi-final of the FA Cup. It was at Wembley. As you can see, Chobum Silk got a straight red card in the 19th minute. And, yeah, I dead set thought we were going to lose. And who else but Christian Tini, the San Marinese beast of a striker, scoring the winning goal in the 88th minute. I think I screamed quite loudly, and I think it was probably around 12 a.m. in the morning, or just after 12 a.m. And I screamed extremely loudly because that was a very important result, and yeah, obviously it puts us in with a good chance of winning our first piece of silverware. We then managed to beat Aston Villa, another 1-0 victory. Good to see a few clean sheets. Who else but Christian Tini, once again getting the only goal of the game and getting us all 3 points. And I think that actually put us into 2nd position. And then we just played Arsenal, who were in 13th. I think they were much lower than that as well during the season. As well as Liverpool. They've both had horrible seasons. But yeah, we beat them 3-2. Pretty exciting game, to be honest, at the Emirates. We opened the scoring through Matveev. They got one back through Marlon. We then got 2 penalties. Really weird getting 2 penalties, and they were within about 10 minutes of each other. So yeah, I was a little bit weirded out by that, but I was quite happy. I mean, both penalties, Lopez barely scored both of them. So it was a bit of heart and mouth type deal, where I thought we were going to miss a few, or miss both of them really. And then yeah, they got one back through Wallison, and it was a pretty nervous last 15 minutes, I'm not going to lie. But we managed to hold out and get the win there. Hector Bellerin, absolute beast in real life, only got a 4.6 match rating. I think that's down to Scott Mitchell there. Scotty Mitchell and yeah, Franco Lopez probably as well. So of course that leaves us today with the game against Watford. We'll get into the lineup. We're going to play with a bit of a they're not reserves, but more backup players will be coming in today. We do also have massive problems in at centre back. David Silva suspended. He picked up 15 yellow cards, and that gets him a 3-game suspension. And then we've also got Chobum Silk, who also picked up that straight red card, and I think that was also so he'll be back. He will be back for the FA Cup final. That's really good. I thought he was out for the FA Cup final as well. I know David Silva, he's out. Emeterio, I'm not too sure about as well. Yep, he's picked up 15 yellows, so he misses the FA Cup final as well, which is disappointing. So yeah, we have three of our, probably our, Chubam maybe wouldn't start. But of course that means today we're going with Trapping goals, Almeida at right back, VM Vortusian, who is probably going to be the future captain of the club. I'm not too sure. He'll either be captain or vice captain. I'm absolutely in love with this player. Such a solid centre back. Look at his physicals there. Quite amazing. We've got Van Dijk, who has played last game, and he will probably be playing this game. I'm not too sure what we'll do as far as the FA Cup final goes, but he was definitely playing today because we have no other real options. We've brought Joseph Krupa up from the under-21s. Kind of a good thing we brought him up as well because his stats are all going down. And he's just a backup for today in case something happens to either our centre backs. You can also play right back as well, which is quite good. We're going with Skrelj at left back. Matveev and Hurst will play in the centre of midfield with Lopez sitting in front of them as always. Atangana will start on the right wing today. We're going to give back here a little rest just in case. Don't want to risk injury. I don't really care if we finish second or third. I would, of course, like to finish second because I guess it just means it runners up in the Premier League. We've got Mitchell at left wing today. As I mentioned, he's the new starting left winger. And we've got Franson up front, who he was very good at one stage during the season. I think like just around the mid mark, just before probably around December, going into January, he was absolutely amazing. Then he dropped off, and we gave Christian Tini quite a few more games, and as you can see, he's the top goal scorer so far this season with 16 goals. So yeah, very good. But Franson will start today. The bench will be Dimitrovic, Krupa, Sakai, Eza, Balic back here, and Christian Tini. And let's get into it. Watford are a very decent side. Don't be mistaken. They are very good. They have players like Goetze. They've got an absolute beast of a Dutch striker. He's a regen. They have, no, that's Leicester. Yeah, I thought they had a really good centre back, but it's Leicester. Leicester has this amazing Romanian centre back who I really want to buy, but I don't really have any room for him at the moment because we're also sending our own centre backs out on loan. So yeah, they got the boys fired up. Hopefully we can win. We are at home today, so I kind of expect big things from the boys to, clinch the second spot in the EPL, and hopefully not risk any injuries or more suspensions going into the FA Cup final. That's actually really good for us. As you can see, Newcastle just opened the scoring against Tottenham and they've taken the lead. And of course, if Tottenham don't get a win today, they will pretty much finish behind us anyway. So, good stuff. I think as long as we don't lose, I think we need a result. A draw or a win will do us enough if they lose. Oh, that was nearly a good cross. You got Butland here. Pumps it long. Coswell, that's the Dutch striker. And there's Goetze. Oh, Coswell's in one-on-one. That should be, thought it would be a goal. He's a very good player. It's his 19th goal of the season. That just goes to show how good he actually is. It would be nice if I could get some of my players scoring that many goals. We do have Zivkovic, but he's picked up quite a few injuries this season. And when he's played, he's either played really poorly or picked up another injury. So, not been a great one this year. But of course, we have done great. So, yeah, it's a little bit weird. That's an interesting thing to think about. We've done so well this season, and Zivkovic has not really played at all. I mean, Franson isn't playing very well at all at the moment anyway, so yeah, I might have to bring Christian Tini on anyway for the last 30 or so minutes. I'm going to tell the boys to show me something else because that was poor. That was really, really poor. And I just want to say thank you guys if you have watched this far into the video for all the support on the episode before this one, because obviously, there we go, perfect. We picked up an injury as I was trying to say thank you. Atangana picked up a knock. We'll have to bring back here on. Please do not get injured back here. Please do not get injured. Okay, so I was thanking you guys for all the support on the previous episode. Of course, I've just come back after about a month away from recording episodes. A month away from FN as well. I didn't really play, as I mentioned in the previous episode. I didn't play at all, to be honest. I needed a break, and I'm very happy that I took the break, because I've sorted out a lot of things in my personal life. And yeah, they're going quite well. I mentioned in the previous episode, I am going to university now. I'm a little bit older than most people when they go to university. Not too much, but yeah, I never really thought I would, and now I am, and I'm happy that I am. Hopefully it'll lead to good things in my future, I suppose. Anyway, enough blabbering on about university and stuff like that. I'm back now, back making FM videos, and hopefully a new series. I might put a video up about that in a few days or a week or so, asking you guys, because I don't really want to make something that you guys aren't going to enjoy. I have been slightly thinking about maybe a Chinese Super League series with one of those teams, because of all the money and the players that have been going to China recently. So yeah, that's a potential series possibility, but I would like to get some... Oh, come on, boys. Would like to get some more feedback on that, and maybe a straw poll or something like that for you guys to vote in. So yeah, we probably should have already taken the lead in this game, and Watford have the ball now, so they could actually counter-attack us. Never mind, not with balls like that. Come on, Hurst, Matviv. Out wide. Oh, back here just gets it. That was lucky. And he gets tackled. Okay, I want to make another sub, but I don't want to really mess anything up as far as injuries go. Do I bring Crescentini on? Please score now, so I don't have to. Back here. Hurst. Mitchell, get in, Mitchell! Get in! What a goal. It's his 12th goal of the season. He's only young as well. He's only, what, 20, I think. His first real full season getting proper game time in the first team. And we got our goal, so I think I'll just leave Franson out there. He's playing a 6.2, which is just horrible. Like, that is piss poor. But I really don't want to bring Crescentini on in case he picks up an injury. We might look to make another sub, though. We'll bring Balic on for Matviv. Actually, Balic on for Lopez. He's got a little bit lower fatigue there. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I was going to bring Van Dijk off, but then again, we've got a week in between the games, so actually I will bring Crescentini on with a few minutes here to go, purely for match fitness. I just thought about that. If Crescentini hasn't played in 2 weeks, his match fitness is going to be shot to hell. So yeah, that might have been a bit of a mistake, actually. We'll have to wait and see. You guys will have to wait till the next episode. But of course, just after this live com, I'm going to do just a very small end of season review recap type thing, where we just go over some player stats and goals scored and whatnot. So yeah, we didn't manage to pick up the win there. I must have missed the goal because I don't even remember seeing them score. I'm not going to tear them to shreds. When did they score their goal? I must have just been rambling on. Oh, Coswell, that's right. We're already 1-0 down when Mitchell scored that, so we might not come second. Let's have a look. Yeah, Tottenham won, so we've come third. Okay. That's a little bit disappointing, but I should probably expect it. We're playing a few non-first team players, but anyway, I'll just quickly go over these messages here. Liverpool relegated. Yeah, I told you they were having a really bad season. I think Arsenal finished in 13th or something like that. 11 days, so Atangana will also miss the FA Cup final. Liverpool's manager got sacked. 34 million. And there we go. Okay, let's get into the review now. I'll just go into the squad. We'll do it like this. We need selection info. Okay, so we'll go to the highest average rating, which it isn't at, but there we go. Eckhart only played, the one game off the bench, which is pretty bad by me. The rotation wasn't very good this season for him anyway. He's got a lot of interest in him though, so we might potentially sell him. He had a bit more before, but Aston Villa, I got a message saying Aston Villa are targeting him. They were willing to pay around 18 mil. So if I can get something like 18 mil, I think I'll definitely sell him because I bought him for 10, I believe. Yeah, I bought him for 10. I'd like to make a decent profit on him at the very least. Otherwise, I might not even let him go if that's the case, because I think he's a homegrown player for us. I think he came when he was 18, and he's now 22. Anyway, moving on, he scored the 2 goals off the bench in that game, which was crazy. Back here, best performer of the season. Just 36 starts, 3 sub-appearances for 5 goals, 7.73 average rating. Very good. Then you got Lopez just under him, 32 starts, 1 sub for 11 goals, which is very good for our shadow striker. He got a 7.72, so just 1 or 0.01 lower than back here there. We then have Almeida, the Portuguese 20-year-old right back, 21 starts, 3 sub-appearances, 7.67 average rating. That's very good. And something I didn't realise, Kostic, 20 starts with 4 goals and a 7.59. That's incredibly high. I did not realise that at all. Okay, that's very surprising. I didn't expect that. But then you got Scott Mitchell just underneath. 27 starts, 1 sub-appearance, 12 goals and a 7.51. So very close ratings between the 2 left wingers. But obviously Scott Mitchell being much younger at 22. So he's 22. I thought he was only 20 for some reason. Still very young. And a very, very good season for him. And then we have Borja San Emeterio. 27 starts, 1 sub-appearance, 1 goal, which was the winner against Hull, I think it was Hull, and he got a 7.49, very good. Balic actually played quite well this season, not too many games played for him, 15 starts, 6 sub-appearances, scored 4 goals, of course he got the brace within 10 minutes in one of those games as well, and got a 7.47. Matveev, I think it was Matvev's first full season at the club. Yes, it is, and look at how he's performed. He's performed extremely well. 36 starts with 1 sub-appearance, 2 goals, not the greatest, but a 7.36 in your first season. That's pretty incredible. We got Morgan Eza just underneath, 27 starts, 5 sub-appearances, 4 goals, 7.35. That's Ngana, the 19-year-old right winger, of course in back year's shadows, but 12 starts, 14 sub-appearances, 2 goals, 7.33. Got the old Japanese bloke, Sakai, 10 starts, 1 sub for a 7.30. David Silva played pretty well this season. He had to play left back and centre back. Of course, he's not a completely natural left back as well. 36 starts, 4 goals for him, and a 7.28. Vanville Tuzin, 1 point lower, 35 starts with 1 sub-appearance, 1 goal, and a 7.27. And then we got Hurst, just a little bit lower, 30 starts, 2 sub-appearances, the 1 goal, and a 7.23. Going a little bit lower, surprisingly, Christian Tini, 18 sub-appearances, got the 16 goals, which is the highest out of any of our team members, and he got it only a 0.04, a 7.04, sorry. And yeah, not the greatest average rating in the world there, which is surprising. They got Kevin Trapp, the goalkeeper, 38 starts, 7.02. Dimitrovic, the other goalkeeper, pretty much played every cup game except for the semi-final and the final. We haven't played yet against in the FA Cup, and I believe he played every game in the Capital One Cup as well. So yeah, 11 starts for him, 6.98 average rating. Franson, 12 goals in 17 starts with 4 sub-appearances and a 6.98 rating as well. And you go a little bit lower down. Zikovic started 14 games with only 5 sub-appearances. Only got the 4 goals and a 6.62. So, yeah, now you know why that's kind of happens. And I'm not too sure about his future, to be honest. Some of his stats have gone down a little bit. Like his pace, his physicals have gone down just a touch. He's only worth 15 mil now. Arsenal are interested. I would never sell him to a league rival. That would just be suicide, because he would definitely score many goals against us if we were to do that. Another player to look at actually is Skarelj. 36 starts, 2 sub-appearances, 7.10. That's a pretty decent rating for him. He's not the greatest player in the world, and all of his stats are going down. But the 20-year-old German, he doesn't have a lot of pace. So it's a pretty decent rating for him, to be honest. Anyway, that's going to wrap this episode up, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget to tune into the next one. Episode 30 will be the FA Cup final. Our first chance at silverware for the series, genuine silverware. And we're versing Queen's Park Rangers, so we've got a massive chance to win that game. And, get our hands on the FA Cup. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to drop a like, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.